Good to see you.
What a day, right? Can't wait to get started.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I know you're excited. I mean, this is your area, your district, your home.
Right.
How excited are you and your team right now?
Well, I think I'm symbolic of the whole committee. We're thrilled. I mean, this is many years in the making. The entire team that put this together. We're going back to the moon for the first time since 1972. Could not be happier. And again, that Jared Isaacman hitting the ground running as our new administrator. Yeah. The president fully backing this effort. And for a change, it's actually a bipartisan solution, which is fantastic. Yeah.
You can actually say that in Congress.
I can say that. We just passed a big bill out of Congress. Republicans and Democrats in full support. And as you know, Greg and Jerry, I chair that committee. Yeah. It's something I work really hard on. I want everyone to back the industry, regardless of Republicans or Democrats in power, because today we're all Americans.
You know, when you talk about the Space Coast, people, they kind of take it for granted a little bit. But, you know, we're now in a cadence of launches that are happening every week, several times a week. But then you get the big one like this, and that's when really the country can come together.
It sure can, and it's such a thrill. I mean, to see these four astronauts, those brave astronauts working. I mean, you talk about competitive process to get a seat on this ride, right? Yeah. And it wasn't too many years ago, Greg, you and I talked about it many times, people wonder about the future of the space industry when President Obama said no more space shuttle. Instead, we came together. We have an amazing, not just NASA business now, but we also have private sector business, as you guys have covered, SpaceX, Blue Origin, ULA, some of these amazing companies that allows our economy to thrive right now.
And as we look, obviously, at the future of NASA and where we go after Artemis II, which sets the stage for finally getting back to the moon, it's really going to depend on Congress and funding, right?
It really is. And today's a big day, and this has to be a success. We can build on that success, and Jared Isaacman has put a really good vision in front of us. We're going to have a moon colony, right? This is like Star Wars stuff, right? and that's a great thing. And again, it shows the ingenuity of America. When we put our mind to something, anything is possible. You all have been just fantastic covering these local issues, and to see America come together. And remember, Florida really put this together. Rick Scott, when he was governor, when I was leader of the Senate, we really said we better diversify the space industry. We have done that, and now these students, when they get their degree, can come here to NASA or go to SpaceX, Blue Origin, ULA, L3 Harris, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, you name it. It's an exciting time in Brevard County.
When you talk about, you mentioned just a moment ago about back in 2011 when the shuttle was retiring and everyone was asking you and people were asking me, NASA's closing. What's going to happen to NASA? No, NASA has got a new mission. They're going to deep space. They'll leave low Earth orbit to the commercial companies. We had no idea what that looked like. But now, here we are today. It's 15 years, but still, this is a drop in the bucket when it comes to time and space travel.
It really is, and it's a thrill. And this is what's so important. We come together with solutions. You know, politics too often is conflict. This is about coming together and finding solutions. And this is the vision that we had. And remember, we really stepped up this last year in Congress. We put, let's just say, massive dollars towards full funding for NASA, over $24 billion. And we added $10 billion in the big bill last July because we knew we needed to win this space race, beat the Chinese to the moon, because they don't share the values that we have, and we're worried that what they might do to the moon if we don't get there first.
You were just looking live at the astro van, and the astronauts are going to be getting inside the astro van and making the trip over to launchpad 39B. Congressman Haridopolos, when you see this launch, what's it going to mean to you personally?
Well, it is very personal to me. I've lived here since 1990. This is where we raised our kids. We love this community, and we wanted to serve our community well. And one of the integral parts of our community, as you guys know best, is the space industry. And it creates such a positive ripple effect. Everybody wants to live here now. It's the reason why people are moving to Brevard County, because these incredible jobs, these careers, and it makes a difference. This is about coming together as Americans. And again, when I see people on the street and they're like, 2 more days, 1 more day, and I've been getting text messages all day. I just saw you on News 13 and I can't wait to go. So it's pretty exciting.
You know, we always talk about this being not just a national but an international story, but for us, this is local. This is local, and it's happening here. And I mean, what better place to be?
It really is. I mean, you think about what makes the space special. We have the incredible ports. We have, of course, the rivers and the ocean, the best surfer in the world. But we got NASA, and that's what everybody remembers. And I had so many people say, I can't wait till this thing goes off. And we're going to be landing on the moon, guys, in 2 more years. And we're going to see a moon colony in our lifetime. And we're going to eventually launch off to Mars because there's water on the moon. We can use the hydrogen to propel us there. I mean, you can't help but get fired up about this.
You going to be a stowaway on this one or one in the future?
Don't tell anybody.
All right,
okay?
we won't. The secret's safe.